How's it going, everyone? Maximilian here, and welcome to the first day of Cross Assault. This is going to be the Cross Breakdown. We're going to have kind of like a daily show where we go through some elements of Street Fighter X Tekken and display some of the new stuff in the game while we break it down. Joining me is CapcomUnity's own Brelston. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Because normally this dude is the guy running stuff on CapcomUnity stream side, so it's kind of weird to switch the role.
I'm to blame for the poor quality streams prior to this.
No, I don't know about that. Get some good info out of those streams.
Yeah.
So we're going to be going through the initial tutorial of Street Fighter X Tekken. For a lot of you guys that don't know, there's a lot of system mechanics in this game. Especially coming from you guys, like there's a ton of stuff that is, a lot to do, a lot to learn, and a lot to go through. But at the same time, it's not too in depth, but we just want to break it down for a lot of the newer players that might be watching. And for those guys that already vets, the system mechanics in this game are actually pretty unique. So running through them might be a good recap of what's going on. We're also using the latest Street Fighter X Tekken Mad Cat sticks. This is the Pro, the glamour hands. This is the Pro version, and I think this is the Versus or the VS version.
Yeah, this is the one that will attach to its counterpart to make like kind of one.
Why is it so shiny?
Fake out.
This is amazing.
Fake arcade home system.
Kind of like a gigantic. You could put another one on the side.
Exactly.
Okay, I haven't seen this happen yet,
yeah,
so
it basically doubles the length, but it acts as one giant like arcade unit.
I'm gonna call it the Voltron stick.
Voltron stick.
So we're going to jump into challenge mode right now, and challenge mode is where the initial tutorial is. Also, if you guys have questions, we're going to be taking questions mostly from the stream chat today. So initially through this tutorial part, we're going to be running through a lot of these basic functions and stuff like that. But afterwards, we're going to take some questions in Q&A that Brett and I will hopefully be able to answer for you guys. But for now, we're going to run through this and show you some of the basics of Street Fighter X Tekken. Let's do this. We're going to start super slow. Let's think this is like normal moves. Yeah. So please bear with us, but we're going to get along to some of the more technical aspects of the game. Oh, wow, it gives us Ryu and Ken to start. All right, so here we go. Oh, this is the mode where Dan comes in. Okay, I almost forgot about this. Dan isn't in the game at all, other than this mode, is he?
I think he's here to host.
He's the host. He's what we're doing right now. Yo, Dan, telling me about normals.
It's what he does best.
Yeah, I got 6 normals. That's amazing. This is a Street Fighter game. I think I read all that. It wants me to connect with 8 normal moves, so... To be honest, for anyone that's played Street Fighter 4 or any other Street Fighter game for a little bit of time, they're going to understand that this stuff is pretty basic. And just like that, we've already completed the first one.
Right. So hopefully everyone's still with us.
Yeah, hopefully not the entire stream has already dodged out.
It's over my head.
Offense, and we're going to get into probably special moves. Oh no, this is blocking. So this stuff starts off very slow. Block 3 high attacks from my opponent. I don't know, man. Kazuya's kind of a mean guy.
That's 3 standing fierce.
Uh-oh. It's mind games against the CPU. I don't know about this.
He did it twice. I don't know if he's going to do it the 3rd time or not. I'm going to roll the dice.
Look, even Dan thinks that was hard. Of course, Dan. Good job. Ooh, I think we're going to get into gems now.
Gems.
And tons of gems, different properties. That might be what's next. Oh, it's defense. I think he was just telling us about equipping gems, because gems is done in a separate mode in Street Fighter X Tekken, right? There's like a gem unit.
Yeah. Where you choose what your loadout will be.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you get like, maybe, it might be 3 to 5. I think you get 5 total. 3 low attacks. I know how to do this. Suck at blocking, but I know how to do this. Yay! Video games.
We're on our way.
I think once we get past 5 or so, we're going to get to some of the meat of what the game has to offer. I'm feeling awesome, dude. Dan knows exactly what's up right now.
Yeah, in its defense, I mean, this is like kind of designed to give like even the most basic beginner a leg up or a way into the game.
It's going through just blocking attacks right now, and they're doing actually something pretty interesting, which is going through mid attacks. And mid attacks are pretty interesting in this game. Just getting into it, like mid attacks act somewhat as an overhead, actually. Oh my gosh, I am so bad at video games.
Oh man.
There we go. Where's the roll right there?
Wake up roll.
There we go. There's like mid attacks, overheads, and highs, and some Tekken characters will be able to just choose between a low attack and a mid attack, and it's like a 50-50 mix-up, free for Tekken characters, and that's pretty good odds. And it's talking about throwing now. So throwing is the exact same as Street Fighter 4 and its predecessor Third Strike, and it's just light punch and light attack, light punch and light kick. And the last I checked, just for some of the Street Fighter nuts, if I brought Ken in, Ken got his knee bash back.
Nice.
Some old SF guys from like Championship Edition might actually like that. I don't know if it does more damage, but seeing him knee people in the head again makes me pretty happy.
Just a nice shout out. I saw you mentioned, I don't know if this is getting ahead of ourselves, but the throw distances.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think we can talk about that while we go through the basics. Throw distances in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, I think I mentioned it in the first episode of Crossover, is legitimately less. As far as command throws, some command characters actually have some pretty good throw distances, but as far as the overall throw system, yeah, it has changed a lot. Now I have to escape throws. Uh-oh. Oh, man, but the window for escaping throws is pretty small.
What?
Wow, man.
Just throwing a neutral jump in there.
There we go. I got it. Oh, no.
Oh, God. Doesn't have to be consecutive for this, does it?
No, it looks like I just got to do one more. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, throw teching, I'm pretty sure for Street Fighter 4 veterans, you can crouch tech. I think that's still in the game. That's when you're crouching low, and if you would hit light punch and light kick, which is your throw, you'd get a crouching light kick. You get this. So if you see, I am crouch teching right here, and it still works. Let's go through this stuff.
I'm committing all this Dan dialogue to memory, though.
Yes, absolutely. I think this is talking about the tag mechanic. What's funny is that all three combinations of buttons in this game do something unique.
Yeah.
Like light punch, light kick is throw, the mediums are tag, and then the fierces are a launcher. Let's do the tag. Or they call them switches, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not the safest. Like switching is interesting. Like I don't know if you've played when you try to switch your character out and it doesn't happen sometimes. It's like, dude, get my guy in, get my guy in.
Right.
If you're getting barraged by like normal moves and stuff like that, it's different than Marvel where you can throw the person in and they'll attack for you. They're actually very unsafe.
I know there's the EX tag, which I know probably comes in a little later.
Exactly. That's I think that's what the tutorial's going to get in a couple of ones. And this is talking about the launcher, so it's actually going into the Fierce Punch and Fierce Kick version.
This is kind of the easy mode launcher combo.
Exactly. You can. I'll just show everyone. You can go from a chain into a launcher by going 1, 2, 3. But with this one, ooh, am I not doing it right? It's saying remaining 5. I think I must have missed the tutorial. But yeah, launchers are performed by pressing just Fierce Punch and Fierce Kick, and you can cancel them out of normals. So if you don't want to go into like a chain combo for whatever reason, it is actually pretty good to go into a launcher. We got so caught up describing things, I might have to restart the tutorial. Oh, combo into launcher fine times.
Oh, so the light, medium, fierce thing.
Yeah. It's not it. Is that it? Still saying remaining 5. Interesting. Interesting. We'll maybe reset it and see what happened. Restart!
Combo from a launcher. Oh.
Yo, Dan, I need to listen to you more. You are wise in the ways. Pressing heavy punch and heavy kick at the same time, you'll unleash a powerful attack called the launcher. Someone's hit with the launcher, they'll be sent sky high ahead, and that's all. Your partner will come in automatically and join. It means the launcher is your big chance to land a combo. Oh!
So
I think it wants us to launch and then combo.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotta listen to Dan. That's what we get for skipping.
We
Mr.
got arrogance.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to skip class.
We got this. We know what we're doing. Oh no, we don't know what we're doing. Is that still not working? Do.
I hope there's an achievement or a trophy for doing just this test.
Oh, it did it. I did. Okay. It wants us to do the chain version.
2 of 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the easier chain versions, and when you do combo chains in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, they're single button presses, and they're kind of like dial combos,
Yeah.
and they're much easier to perform.
So you go 1, 2, 3 launch, and then 1, 2, 3 again.
Exactly. That's what it was wanting us to do. I was doing the more like damaging combos, and the game's like, yo, no, we're not, dude, calm down, we're not there yet.
Right.
Dan is looking at me with a blank face, and he doesn't know what is going on.
Got to walk before you can run.
And now we're talking about boost combos. The technical lingo is still some of the stuff I actually don't perfectly understand.
Right, yeah,
when I
yeah.
see like switching, I'm thinking of tagging.
Tagging.
So in a boost combo, they're talking about, okay, this is more chains. So, okay, by the chain combos, they're actually technically referred to as boost combos, medium, light, and then medium to medium. You can also do light to medium, light to heavy and medium to heavy. Follow up with a heavy attack to another heavy attack to perform a launcher. So this is exactly what we were saying, is the chain system.
Getting some Killer Instinct memories here with...
Oh man, my ender combo, my beginner, my mid pump. Oh, I miss those video games. Let's give this a shot. Yay! Yay! I'll just, since I'm able to do this, a little bit of stuff.
This is actually something, like, now that I'm watching you go through it, I'm actually quite excited that this is in there, because the character-specific trials are cool and very helpful, but to have just a game-level thing to teach you the thing is, I mean...
And that's something that, to be honest, a lot of previous fighting games take for granted, that they think that the players just understand what's going on with the system of the game, and it's very valuable to teach people that, yo, you might not even know how to do, like, alpha counters or stuff along those lines. Special moves, looks like. I think we're going to go through this.
Or even someone who's like, you know, maybe they played Street Fighter 4 for a year and a half and then haven't touched it since and then want to pick this up.
A good example in Street Fighter 4 is I had a friend who was initially a little confused when he was doing the trials for a character.
Yeah.
And it was like, how do I do an uppercut and then do a ultra after that? Like, that's impossible. The game, I don't think, communicated that you got a focus attack dash cancel, son.
You got to do all this other stuff.
And with this game, they fixed that. They actually take you through all the methods. You have to dash out of it. You have to do all this stuff.
My sweet pupil.
Very helpful. Before that, this is going into the cross gauge. So I talk about this a little bit more, and this kind of gets into a little bit higher level stuff, but meter is very important in cross Tekken. It does a lot of flashy stuff, and it does a lot of extremely useful stuff. And EX moves are the same as previous games. They're just a normal special, like normal special, and you just press 2 of the attack buttons, and you get
a
one
little
of those.
lightning bolt flourish on there.
Yep. Actually, you're right. That only happens during certain special animations and things like that. You'll get the character will glow the orangish color.
Yep.
That might be a good thing to note for players looking at frames and stuff like that. You wait for the lightning bolt. You're like, oh, okay, I know it's coming. Small things, man. And we're getting into super arts now. Super arts in this game, they cost 2 blocks out of, you only get 3 in total. And they're performed similar to Street Fighter 4 Ultras in a way. They took double motions out of this game. Like, before you had to do 2 fireball motions. Like, for me, sometimes doing some from one side and the other side.
My P2 double fireball is garbage.
Yeah, like so. I'd have to train on P2 side just to do the double fireball motion over here sometimes. And now it's a single motion with all 3 attacks.
A little closer to a hyper.
Exactly. Very similar to hyper combos in Marvel, for example, but there's one extra input, which is another button.
Yep.
So it's the leniency on something like that and the leniency on a lot of supers in this game got a little bit easier. It's more about the application.
Yeah.
Like you getting in there and getting that to the point at which you need to use it. Supercharge. Okay, so this one's pretty interesting. Have you messed with Supercharge yet?
I know of it.
Yeah.
I've heard mention of it. I think your video today goes into this. Actually,
you're right. You're right. This one actually talks a little bit about the Supercharge function. Now, at first I thought this was like, oh, this is a mechanic for new folks.
Yeah.
To get them another easy way if you have trouble doing certain motions or like pressing all 3 buttons on your controller and or arcade stick.
Yeah.
This is a way easier mode to get a super, but to be honest, before we do it, the Supercharge, you hold down any special attack. Like with Ryu's, his super motion for his super is a fireball forward with all 3 buttons, but instead of all 3 buttons, you press 1 button and you hold that sucker down. And if you hold it down long enough, your character charges up, and this is actually a counter attack. And if you notice, Kazuya actually went into like a falling animation, which isn't normal counterattack. And you can like
do something out of that.
That's like straight out of Street Fighter 4.
How long does that counter hit store?
I think it's until it's that attack. So if you like throw out another normal, we can try it right here as Dan interrupts me for not doing what he wants me to do. Yo, Dan, I'm testing something, bro. Let's give it a shot. I'll see. We just saw it working, so I'll throw out another normal now, and it's gone. So it's pretty neat. You can actually sit at a distance and charge your counterattack and like, oh, I got it. And you can either be scared of me or attack me at this point. So that's pretty cool. Let's do it all the way, and you get super.
Can you envision a scenario where you would actually tactically feel you'd be able to charge that and deploy it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've seen some stuff. We might actually have the time to show some of that stuff off. But the guys at Level Up, who made the initial tutorials, I think for Law and Paul, found a really cool one with some characters that have like moves that put you in stun states or like launcher states. Yeah, they just sit there, and the other character comes in and just holds and then woof.
It's like just enough time to get it out.
Exactly.
Wow.
Those are pretty cool to look at. And you combine your power with the partners, there's nothing that can stand in your way. Time to drop some knowledge about cross arts. So I think cross arts are the single most damaging meter using ability in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And it's done with quarter circle forward and the mediums.
It's kind of an echo of the tag, since medium being tag.
Exactly, it kind of revolves around it. There we go. Oh, I am too short.
Then Ken comes in.
Through Ryu and Ken's that certain characters actually do better with cross assaults than others. Like some characters have good intro cross assaults because they look different.
I saw that. I actually didn't know that was an extra layer going on there about who you would want to start across.
A little bit of team synergy type stuff. Yeah, like if we just saw Ken to Ryu, so if we do Ryu to Ken, the beginning part of Ken's is way different, and the ending part with Ryu's is him doing Shinko Hadouken. So we don't see the damage, but you can actually go into training mode and test with your characters which guy does more damage on the beginning or the end. So layers on layers. There's a big old pie going on.
It's a rich tapestry.
Buster who? I mean, wow.
Buster what?
Do you know what that is referencing?
I don't guess so.
Are you okay, Buster Wha? And then it stops. For anyone on the stream, I think you know what that's referencing. We'll go on from here. Dan is such a joker. We're going to move into Cross Assault. And it's not the show. We're actually going to watch a live stream of Cross Assault in the game. It's just conveniently named the same thing. And Cross Assault's where you bring in both your characters. While it's still good, do you remember back a little while ago in like older builds of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Cross Assault lasted a long time. Like when you brought in your two guys and you could like assault the other dude for nearly like I think it was almost 10 seconds, and it's like, oh, what do I do?
Just a barrage of directions.
It was just a barrage of attacks, and it was really hard to block. Well, now it's shorter, and if you're playing like alone, each person we are right now, if we're playing solo, you don't actually control the other character.
It's just AI comes in.
AI comes in and takes control. And there can be some setups for this because the AI does have a pretty frequent pattern it follows when it goes into this, which is not terribly like unuseful, but it is amazing if you're teamed up with somebody.
Right, doing a 4-on-4 or something like that.
Do it exactly. Yep. So if we're going like, and me and you are on the same team and we did cross assault, a little bit of coordination, some dude crosses up, some dude gets in the middle, and just hose fireballs for chip damage all the way.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
How do the rules work in that case versus blocking one side or the other when you're being hit simultaneously from both sides?
You would think I would have had the time to test that out, right?
Well, looking at all this, I think everyone.
To be honest, that's what I'm kind of hoping, because when we're doing Cross Assault live, I'm thinking that there's going to be some scenarios when team situations come up. These guys are going to be using that.
We'll figure stuff out like this week, pretty much.
I'm sure the coaches are going to realize, yo, blow the meter on this because it's going to be worth it, guys. Right. Cross cancel. I think this is what I was talking about with switching. This is another way to say switching.
Okay, so this is the actual term. Got it.
Exactly. Cross cancel is the actual term for bringing in your other character. Oh, You know what? This is more... Yes. This is similar to what old Street Fighter players might call an alpha counter. Oh gosh. There it goes. Alpha counters are where you're going from like a blocking state, and then you throw the joystick forward, and within a couple of frames of you blocking, and you hit, in this game, Fierce Punch and Fierce Kick. And you'll do an EX move. It costs 1 bar, but it gets you out safe. So if the dude's like blocking the heck out of you, or if you're in a cross assault,
right? Okay.
and you're getting slaughtered from both sides, if you're blocking, you can actually throw that out for the use of 1 meter, and then you just wasted all the guy's bars that he used. So pretty useful, although it's a little timing sensitive. Uh-oh. The craziest mode
Pandora.
of Cross Tekken, and it's Pandora. Okay, as most guys probably already know, Pandora was announced a while ago, and its usability has been a little like, how do I use this like in a fight to my advantage?
Because you only get 8 seconds once this happens.
You get 8 seconds, and if I essentially did this at the end of a game, the other character does this until time is up, and that would essentially be my downfall.
Yep.
But there are ways, I think later on, we might not be able to get to it today, but there are ways to make Pandora really useful. They take a little bit of coordination, a little bit of practice, but yeah, it's not a useless mechanic by any means. It can actually get you a lot more damage. Looks like we're getting into gems now. Did you guys...
Attention span of a goat.
Thanks,
How
Dan.
dare he?
Did you guys get to use gems very much with the latest new builds?
I mean, I still haven't had much time with it, honestly.
Okay. Then I'll give
That's
you...
partly why I'm here right now, just to learn this as we go.
So, so gems for the most part have been... you set your gems outside of the menu in the game. And that's because they want you to see what each gem does. When you do this, there's assist gems and then there's boost gems. Boost gems generally, as has been explained, give you like a 10-15% increase on attack, defense, meter gain, speed, things of that matter, while assist gems generally designed to help out new players for the most part, and they will actually help out quite a few guys in that regard. But if you see right here, I am not pressing any buttons, and the game is auto-teching for me because I have the auto-tech gem on. Although it's not free, like all of a sudden, dude, you can't throw me. I don't even need to press buttons.
But each one of those tech throws comes at a cost.
Exactly.
And then if you didn't have meter, you're still going to get thrown.
Exactly. If you don't have meter, it's not going to tech throw, and if you do have meter, it's going to eat 50% of a bar. So every time the game techs 2 throws for you with that gem, 1 bar's gone. And meter is very precious in this game, so that might not be worth it. Welcome to a second lecture on gems. Hope you did your homework because I am the Sultan of Psycho. I'm skipping him after he says that. I'll figure it out from now on, dude. Boost gems, boost gems.
Yeah, the boost gems, I know, like, even among the gems that give you different power boosts, there's all kinds of different triggers to kind of suit which way you might want to get.
Exactly, and when I try to describe, when I try to describe gems to somebody, it's when I say it's more for like your character and play style. Like if you have characters that are doing like keep away all the time, I don't think you want to put attack gems on. Like meter gems might be good to get you more, ability to do more keep away with like EX moves and stuff like that. With Ryu, I think we have to activate this gem. We might have missed the activation parameter, or else it's connecting with special attacks maybe. There goes the speed one.
So I'm guessing it's probably like a 10% speed boost.
Yeah, and it looks like it's already gone. So that one was very short. Wow. Let me see. Maybe?
Yeah, I didn't catch what the activation was.
Yeah,
I would have assumed like consecutive hits or land 5 hits.
Yeah, usually it's like a launcher or land 5 special attacks or something along those lines.
Then there's some that are like land X number of special moves or...
We might have to reset on Dan once again. Let's do this.
But it's the kind of thing when you go to choose your gyms, you would think, well, how do I play? Are my normals more important? Am I think I'm going to land more special moves?
If your defense is baller, you might want to put the gem that gives you meter when you block a few times. Yeah.
Or you can also set defense to like being hit versus, I think, successful blocking, or if you feel you're just going to take a lot of hits.
It's another metagame in the game.
And you can't, as near as I can tell, you can't tell what the gem effect is when you see your opponent come up, you see a color.
That's actually a good call. When you see the gems on the other person, you don't know what loadout they're using. So there's another metagame there where you don't understand, is that an auto block gem or is that a another type of assist gem? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with the gem system.
I guess they're all color coded though, so I know assist gems are generally
connect with the throw. That's what it was. The other gem improves your speed, and you can activate this once you connect a special move. So a lot more sense is going on now.
See, in that case, it seems like with such a low activation cost, the speed boost is very temporary.
Exactly,
like,
which
extremely brief.
Which is why the speed boost lasted all but like 5 seconds,
Yeah.
I think. Let's see. Oh, but you see how fast Ryu's jump speed gets.
Yeah.
Uppercutting a guy in midair is going to be more difficult with that.
And now you got your power.
And you can see how much a throw does with a damage gem on.
Right.
It's legitimately bigger.
Yeah.
I've been surprised how many times I got thrown by, like, at the end of a match when a guy had a damage gem on. I was like, what? I gotta be looking out for that. Dan is on the top of the world.
Today.
We're gonna talk about, today. It's a good day on Cross Assault. Quick combos are set before a fight and allow you to, this has actually not been touched on very much. I'm actually gonna read this because I have not really had much time to dive into it. But you can pull off these things called quick combos in Street Fighter X Tekken. They're not the most damaging, but they are pretty good for players that might have a difficult time executing certain combos. So as we see here, it's an odd combination of attacks.
I was like mentally
kick
trying to figure that out.
and heavy kick. There's no way you would ever press those buttons
naturally
in unison naturally with the normal system. Or light punch and heavy kick, so it's like the exact X opposite.
Right.
And this automatically performs a quick combo. Now, I'm going to kind of read what Dan is saying because for once, I want to hear what Dan is saying.
He may have a point.
Dan, you may have a point. Okay, here we go. I'm not too sure if you can combo into quick combos, but I'm gonna give one a shot. So here we go. Light punch, heavy kick. Oh! Okay. You can do it from anywhere, and we can see that this does not take meter. It is just an automatic combo.
Looks like it takes up a bar.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It looks like it takes up 1 bar for the cost of a quick combo. And to be honest, we just saw what Ryu did, and this is light punch and fierce kick. That is forward fierce punch with a Shoryuken, dude. Like, that is pretty easy to
Exactly.
do. So for anyone that might have problems with like motion inputs on their controllers, if they want to somehow give them ability to do like, ooh, that's not it. Let me get Ryu back in here. Can I combo into it? Maybe not.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of a one-off, like, or not.
Was that a 3 or 5 hit combo? Oh, I
never
got
know.
blocked. We will never know. But it looked like I was able to do a jump and attack into combo.
Into
but
the macro kind of
once
thing.
again, for the cost of using meter, you get something that is going to just perform for you automatically.
Whereas the goal is to kind of show you what's possible, or I mean how I would perceive it is it shows you what's possible, but I'm losing a meter, so my goal would then, well, I can learn this 5-hit combo in 30 minutes.
When you get to the part where you don't need to use that anymore.